Hey guys, what is going on? This is Panzer Dragon, and today we'll be talking about an interesting topic that is sort of related to playing League of Legends and ranked. And a lot of you guys commented on, some videos of why do you play so much in like a sitting and why I don't stop, and some people are like, Pants, don't play so much when you're on tilt, etc. And some people say you're on tilt, etc. I don't believe in tilt too much unless there's something that is actually stressing me in real life, and usually League of Legends is not too stressful for me. And if there is something going on in real life or whatever, I probably won't be playing League because there might be other problems to deal with. And what tilt means to me is when you're stressed or in heat or something, and you just make weird decisions based off that stress or frustration or whatever you want to call it. And one of the reasons why I keep saying I never tilt is because that rarely happens to me, where my decision making is different from when I'm frustrated or stressed out due to a previous game or something. Because if I make a certain play and it was bad, and say the game before that was a bad game, I feel like the play I made would probably be the same if I was just pissed off or annoyed from the last 3 games that, let's just say, I lost. Because as long as I have a clear idea of how to win this game that I'm currently in, then I don't think my decision making will be different. The only time you could say tilt is if I want to try a new playstyle or something new, then that might be something you can consider tilt. Or one thing I might tilt off of is, say, my team's doing bad, so I might make a very interesting decision where I go super aggressive and try and make a play, and then die because of that play. Or I think the game is over, and then I start to not really care about the match as much. Although usually when I think the game is over is when I feel like all 3 of our lanes lost and we can't really do shit. Although it is quite hard for me to give up on a game, as it has to be like the enemy team having 10 kills and 3 towers and we have nothing. Some players think that if they lose a lane, the game is over, which is fucking stupid. I see a lot of that happen in the lower elos. When I was playing Overwatch and you can say silver elo, some people just rage quit or just don't give a shit anymore. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, what the fuck is wrong with people? The game is clearly not over, but they decide to I don't know, do whatever they feel like doing. But yeah, it's very hard for me to give up on a game. And as long as I can see a clear path to victory, I will probably not tilt and probably not give up on the game so easily. But say I'm on a loss streak, say I have 3 losses, I feel like those games don't actually tilt me because the games are actually over. And I'm in a new game, so I just immerse myself into the current game. But yeah, that's about it on how I view tilt about myself. I don't know about you guys watching this video on how you guys tilt, but that's how I think I feel about tilt. And those are the things I notice about myself on how I deal with tilt and what I feel about it. Although I will say that if I play 10 games in a row, well, that's a lot of games, and quantity versus quality. Some of the games I put more quality into, but then if there is so much quantity of the games, I put less quality in them. So I do admit to that, and I'm pretty sure I shouldn't play as much games as I should, in one sitting, of course. And of course, there are some games you just pour out your heart into, and you tried so hard that you win, and you're all that effort paid off, and then in the next game, you're I need a break, because the last game was very stressful on getting your 50-minute win, so you just want to kick back and relax, and well, that's where the autopilot kicks in, and then you just kind of go with the flow, and you're at 50% instead of 70 or 80%. And if you are at 50%, then you should probably take a break. If your plan, of course, is to keep going up, and you want to play at 70% or your maximum potential. This advice is pretty good. I should take it. Unfortunately, I have some bad habits, and there is also one big reason why I play so much in one sitting, but I will get into that later. But yeah, if you have a 50-minute game and you invest a lot of time into it, a lot of effort, then you really do want to chill out. And of course, if it is a really satisfying win and it drained all of your energy, then of course, settle down, boy, and take a break. If you lost and put all your heart into it, then you're gonna be super pissed. Either way, those games with a lot of effort are super stressful and will definitely impact your next game. For me, I'd say it lowers my quality of effort that I put in for the next game, and I think it's true for everyone, but I don't really consider that as tilt. I just say that game put me into a more chill mode or something. But I'm definitely not playing at a high efficiency. I'm playing at a chill mode, which is 50% my effort, but I would not say it is tilt. It is more of not trying as hard. Again, trying hard for me is 70%. If I were at 90 or 100% and I put everything into a game, it means I'm in it to win it. If I lose, I will get fucking pissed, and maybe I'll have a mental breakdown. So that's why you don't go 90 or 100%, because if that game meant everything to you, things could go a little bad for you. That's why I always refer to 70%, because that's, That's like try hard, but not like super try hard. So yeah, I'd say 70% is my maximum potential. At least for solo queue, of course. Alright, so enough about talking about tilt and percentages. Let's talk about my biggest reason why I play so many games in one sitting, and what I consider a lot of games would be like 5+. Even like 3+ is somewhat a lot, I guess. Not really, but still. Let's just say that's a lot for a little simplicity. But the reason why I play so many games and on like 1 or 2 a day is because the first game of the day and maybe the second game of the day are the games where I suck so much ass that I usually lose those games, and every time I start my stream or like play my first game of the day, my win rate for first game of the day in ranked is about like 20 or 30%. It's really low, and I just suck in those games because what happens in those games is basically they're the warm-up games, and I noticed that maybe like a play I did in that game, I was like, holy shit, that was really bad. Or like, I suck dick, like a lot of dick today, what the hell? And usually what happens after that first game is I'm like, holy shit, I gotta turn myself up, and then usually I can get into the zone of not sucking anymore and going to 70%. And then like after that first game, I'm in the zone. I'm all warmed up, and that's why I play a lot of games after that. Because usually my first game is the shittiest and I just want to get over it. And I stay in the zone for quite a while. Like the first game, I would say I put in like 25%. Well, actually the effort is about 50%, but the quality I put in is like 25%. And I guess you can say, why don't you just play normal before you play ranked? And I don't know. I've done that before, but I can never take normal seriously at all. Because the first game in ranked, puts me in more serious mode. I'm usually in a mellow mode, but first loss of the day or the first fuck up of the day puts me in a more serious mode and puts me into a 70% tryhard mode. Normals, I never give a shit in normals. It's so hard for me to. Even on my Smurf, I just don't give a shit, which is like Diamond 3. It's basically just because I don't really care about those games. I care about the ranked games on my main account. But yeah, like you can even look at my ranked series. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but every time I switch to another shirt, that first game with the new shirt is always a loss, usually. Sometimes I don't switch the shirt because you don't smell me, but the light might change. And yeah, usually those first games of the day or whatever, I suck a lot of ass in. So when you watch my rank series, just watch how I play with the new shirt on, and you'll notice that I'm more shit than usual. So yeah, I play a lot because usually I get into the zone after the first game, and I know I'm at like 70% after that first game for a while, so that's why I play. But also, I play a lot of games because it is a gambling addiction for that elo. If I'm on a win streak, you know what they say when you're gambling at a table, double up and double your cash. If you're on a lose streak, double up and gain your money back. That's actually a horrible mindset, and that's how you get addicted to gambling. Like, I'm satisfied when I get a lot of LP, I guess, and I've won like maybe 6 in a row. But it also goes the other way around. If I lose like 6 in a row, I'm like, oh, maybe the next game will be a good game and I can regain my money back or elo. And then I lose and I lose and I lose and I'm like, oh shit, I just lost like 200 LP. But of course there's milestones you can stop at, like say I'm 450 LP and then I want to get 500, then you can stop there. Then you're like really satisfied. Same goes as for gambling, I guess. If you want to make like $100 and that's your goal for tonight, then yeah, you stop at that. But of course, gambling is a bad thing. Don't get addicted to it like I was at one point in my life. Well, not really. I was 18 and it was only about like $300 lost at one point. But it's not like I lost like 10,000 of my student college fund. It was like, there goes my $500 out of $2,000 in my bank account kind of deal. So yeah, playing a lot and like sitting like maybe like 5+ games, that's a bad habit. Even if I have a win streak, I think it's still a bad habit, but I do it because of the first game of the day plus gambling addiction mindset. But I've come up with a solution for this for myself, and that is limiting myself to 3 or 4 games on a certain day. That kind of worked until I said, fuck it. But it still kind of helps, even if I sometimes break it. Another thing I did was to stop caring about my elo. This is actually the one thing I cared about a lot, because I didn't want to fail my subscribers and all my fans and be like, shitty 465 LP. So I want to regain back what I lost or get to my milestone. But now it's like, I don't know. What is it like? Oh, that's right. I remember now. It's now about my performance in-game. I care about how I performed in-game and not my elo anymore. If I did bad in a game, I'm like, oh, I want to improve that. If I did really good in a game and I lost it, I will care, but I won't really care as much as I did before and not want to win it back. Therefore, I'm a little bit more satisfied with my performance than my, elo number, which definitely helps me from getting away from that gambling mindset, because if all I want to do is improve my game, I'm going to get bored of that fast, so I won't want to play as much as I did as before. And once I get tired of playing, I'll just be like, yeah, I'm satisfied, instead of, yeah, I'm not satisfied with my elo number, so I want to play more. And for sure, it did help how much games I play in one sitting. Sometimes I forget, but most of the time, it is still there. And of course, I have other incentives like make videos, so I just stopped playing. And yeah, this new mindset, which is to improve my gameplay, is more healthier than my previous mindset, the gambler's mindset. Because if I'm not happy with my performance, I won't be like, I want to play more. I want to be like, I should think about what I did wrong. Well, no, that's not entirely true. I'll just be like, yeah, I've played enough games for today. I'm kind of satisfied and done for today. And yeah, that's going to be my new mindset. Isn't it interesting how every YouTuber who has a ranked series going on has that mindset now? I actually think it's really funny that everyone I know concluded to something like being a better player. But I think I'm going to be done this video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed my little topic about sitting and playing a lot. I think it was an interesting video, and if you guys did find it interesting, make sure to leave an interesting like, and if you didn't, make sure to leave an interesting subscribe. Anyways, I am Panther Dragon, and here is a highlight from this game.
Well, just 'cause you're a
They have two tops.
don't mean I can't understand.
Yep, 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 yep.
Shut the fuck up.
Jerry, watch this. Jerry, watch it.